So today you are at the last day of your course here, right? All of you, and you've done 2 weeks. Now tell me individually, from the time you reached here on the first Sunday that you came, from then to now, right? From then to now, what difference do you find in yourself?
So first of all, sir, confidence. And sir,
what do you mean by confidence? Suddenly, right? So you said confidence. What do you mean confidence? And suddenly, what happened?
So I will explain in only one line.
Yes.
That by coming to Cavalier after doing all the things, GTO, psychology interview, sir, I have that confidence that I can clear it.
But why did that confidence happen? Suddenly,
because
what happened?
So I have worked upon myself. Yes, sir. And either in TAT.
But you could have worked on yourself after seeing the YouTube also, and sitting at home, you could have done the confidence.
Doing personally the things matters. So if I have to do GTO, so I have to do in front of me, so in the presence of the structures. I cannot apply my mind in the YouTube channels.
On the YouTube channel. So physical contact makes a difference. As far as psychology is concerned, you must have all seen a number of YouTube items. You must have gone through various books, right? From the YouTube experience or any other experience and what you read in the books, when Duars, a psychologist, talked to you here or when he delivered these classes to you, was there any change?
Sir, one thing I like to mention about him, he is very motivating. First, sir, when I first interacted with him, so I thought, well, no, little bit like that. But after that, sir, when the classes progressed, sir, I think he has mostly motivated me.
He motivated you the most,
yes,
right?
Sir.
Yes.
Right. But that learning experience, TAT, WAT, SRT, from what you knew earlier, from what you had read, what was the transformation or what was the difference that you found there?
Sir, I taught us that relate this picture to your story. How you have gone through the certain situations in your life. So to write that, we will be more confident in that writing.
Right. So Nandu, you have been to SSB earlier,
Yes, sir.
right? So from the SSB attempt that you made at that time to the attempt that you're going to be making now, let's say in psychology, what difference are you finding in yourself?
So one is what I want to convey is that character building. So while coming to Cavalier, the biggest achievement that I am getting that there are some flaws that which was not able to be found in fact in psychology and other aspects where I would like to improve. So in that fact, I could have got the exact details and exact areas where I should focus more. And also, sir, it helped me to become rather than everyone will be goal focused. So the path that we should take is rather than just for a particular aspects of goal focus. Also, rather it built me to become a better personality.
So TAT stories that you probably wrote in the first SSB.
Yes, sir.
To what you're writing now,
yes, sir.
What difference do you find?
So the main difference is that it's more action oriented rather than just writing some stories by saying. It's more personally and what I will do in a situation like that. So in that
right,
case,
so the stories don't have to be superfluous, they don't have to be bombastic, they don't have to be out of the world.
Nothing. They
have to revolve around somewhere around you.
Yes,
so
sir.
that's what you probably done.
Yes,
right? So 99, what experience, what difference do you find in your own terms of story writing or TAT? What difference have you?
So at first only I see the picture want to see me, but after the psychology classes by Kevin I am able to see beyond.
You have been able to see beyond.
Yes, sir.
Right? So there is more clarity, but I'm sure you must have also seen YouTube, read many number of books before coming here. Yes? Yes? So there's a big difference from that to that.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now you are from the defense.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Sir.
You think there is any difference in writing of the story for a defense candidate or for any other candidate?
First of all, sir told us to relate in your what profession you are, and slowly you can change.
But is it necessary that you should write all stories on defense only? No, it is not a necessity, right? So the story, yes.
So one more thing I want to convey is that, sir, I will recommend everyone to take an SSB coaching from here, because the first thing is that it's not SSB oriented. It's rather a life teaching and a life lesson that you should follow in a life that
Yes,
it's like a quality building or a character building, so that we need citizens who are enlightened, who know their surroundings, who we want more leaders and who take actions. So we don't want as of now we need citizens who need to take actions rather than focusing just on that the character building that happens in Cavalier, especially the psychologist Duasa has said. It's very much important that a person is more character build and the citizen should be like that. So that is the most and major priority that I'll give you.
You've also been to SSB. No, you haven't.
This is my first attempt.
This is the first step,
Yes.
right? So now, in your own psychology part, TAT, WT, SRT, what did you arrive here till now?
So firstly, when I used to get no, I didn't get any idea, but after 4-5 practice and classes of Dua sir, I am able to write very good stories. And firstly, I was not able to identify that I have to figure out myself in the situation and I have to put the storyline on behind what I will do.
And that sense of that the protagonist or the hero should be superhero or something.
Yeah, sir, being
That kind of
practical.
that is you have to be more practical.
Yes,
Right. So you've done WT also and SRT also.
Yes.
What difference you find in your approach from then to now?
so now my approach is more practical and more.
What about you? The approach difference in the approach from in the WT and the SRT.
Sir, at first, before joining Mukherjee classes, I go through YouTube, sir. And sir, I think there are many different purposes on the YouTube and any other coaching institute. Sir, but
So
even
what are the specific things that you picked up in WT,
Yes, sir.
SRT?
sir, according to my first class, one first class told me, don't see what you see what you want to see. So that things have changed my approach to clear the psychology and WT.
Right, 84.
Yes, sir.
In your WT, SRT, TAT, what difference do you find in
So
your
first
side?
of all, in TAT, I used to make a lot of negative aspects in my story. So first thing I have to convert that I used to stay away from all the negative things from the story that is working on me. That's things I learned from Duasa only.
Right, so number 10. Right, you are from the defense. Right, you must have been probably told by your seniors that something to be done, something not to be done. Are you more clear now?
Yes, sir.
And in which part you are more clear now?
WAT and TAT.
You're very clear. Now, now when you get your WT, you think you'll be able to, handle all of them?
Yes,
sir.
SRTs kya lagta hai? You get the booklet, will you be able to do most of them?
Yes,
sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And SRT mein kuch, like you get situations which are very, very strange, or they are day-to-day situations?
Sir, day-to-day
And do you have to look like a superhero, you have to look like James Bond or something?
No,
Sir, we have to look like a practical way.
Practical.
Yes,
Just
sir.
according to your age, this is what Duasa told you and this is what you learned. So, as far as psychology is concerned, now that when you go number 6, when you go to your SSB, you think you will be able to do very well. Right. Now let's switch over from here to your OIR. Right. You had detailed classes on all the types of questions that come in the OIR.
Yes, sir.
And there were quite a detailed classes on the Sunday, first day you came, and then subsequently classes were held.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So were you getting practice sessions on a daily basis?
Yes, sir.
So now, what do you think that in the OIR, what kind of percentage you will be able to score now when you go to SSB?
I like 70%.
70% plus?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you think, Putin?
Sir, 80% about.
80% above. Yeah. What do you think?
Sir, more than 85%.
Why suddenly? हवा में फेंक रहे हो कि genuinely?
Sir, genuinely.
Why this has suddenly changed that I'll get 84%, 85%? Why do you think that way 99?
So as Ani Samach told, every type of questions to us and very different tricks to learn them in short period of time and recall us.
Okay. What about your PPDT? Because before you came here, what was the impression in your mind about PPDT? Hawa.
Yes, sir.
Okay. मार देते हैं, काट देते हैं,
Yes,
उड़ा
sir.
देते हैं, no? That is what, right? So now it still looks like such a scary thing.
No, sir.
Why suddenly this transformation? Suddenly you find.
So now we have got to know that. Sir, primary thing is you have to deliver quality narration.
Yes.
And GD is supposed to be fish market. And
Yes. So now you feel that you can handle it.
yes, sir.
Right. What about the story writing part of it? Again, we get back to TAT actually. But is there a difference between PPDT story and the TAT story, or there is no difference?
So there is a slight difference.
What difference is there? In the basics,
We have to relate what we see.
Yes, sir.
We have to relate the story. We have to relate our story what we see. But in TAT, sir, we have to think about it or what can be happen. Its consequence or it may be in future or present.
Right. So any other thing that you found in the PPDT, what is so specific which will help you in the PPDT? Like especially here, how many practice sessions did you have?
4 to 5.
5 to 6 practice sessions you
Yes, sir.
have?
Yes, sir.
And in those practice sessions, was any feedback given to you? Ki chhod diya?
We get our feedback.
And a lot of your stories were actually corrected there and then?
Yes, sir.
So you feel that in the PPT, that one story you've got to write, you'll be able to really do really well in that and write a reasonably good story?
Yes,
sir.
Right. What about the narration?
Narration
Yes.
is the main part of the discussion.
Yes.
If you narrate your story as well, then
So what do you think? You'll be able to do it?
yes, sir.
Why would you be better than others when you go to PPT in the SSB? Yes.
So the first one is that the competition. The competition that we are getting is we all are equally or mutually understanding and we are given equal care. So everyone is improving their own PPT and we are able to interact. So we understand a better idea whose is better and who's the best. And in that way, the narration also, when we are getting this much competition and also the reviews, we are able to make it perfect and to give a better narration each time we practice more and more.
64, why do you feel that your PPT performance will be much better now than what it was at the time of when you reached here?
Sir, before reaching Cavalier, I had many myths in my mind about PPT being so hard and many candidates that are being screened out because of this performance. But after joining classes of Cavaliers, after interacting with psychologists, KK Dua sir, all the myths came down and now I'm thinking that PPT is such an easy portion because we just have to find a good story for the picture given and also going to the part of the narration, it is the golden time we have because it is the time at which only we are speaking. So it has changed my.
Is PPT in your entire control or it is out of your control? Here. Yeah. Is PPT in your entire control or it is out of your control?
So it is totally in your control.
Why do you think it is totally in your control?
Yes,
Group is of course, group is one part.
Also,
That
first
the
of
group
all,
at times may not be so good, but otherwise,
so first of all, the narration.
Narration is our
Yes, sir.
first is the writing. No?
Yes, sir. Writing and the narration.
Is it under absolute control?
Yes, sir.
I mean, the guy sitting next to you can change it?
No, sir.
Right, so that's in your absolute control. Then
So after that narration,
it also depends on other people or your control?
Sir,
Your control, right? When you're listening to others, again you're in control or you're out of control? Should you listen to others?
Yes, sir.
Why? तुम्हारी तो हो गई. Why should you be listening to
because we
others?
have to discuss.
It helps. Right. So GD to everybody says GD में मौका नहीं मिलता. You don't get a chance. Hardly any time. 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. What do you think? Whatever minutes you get, will you be able to do it?
Yes, sir.
Why? Why?
Because we have to put quality points.
Right? So that means your GD would be already prepared before the GD starts.
Yes, sir.
You want to be thinking after that.
No, sir.
Before. And you have the technique of doing it.
Yes, sir.
Right? So starting right from the time they show you the picture till the time of the final narration, you feel that you have absolute control over it. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you have absolute control over it, then is there any reason for you not to clear PPT? No. So what are we looking at? 100% result in PPT?
Yes, sir.
Right? So that confidence has come in you with so many practice that you
Yes,
have.
sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So now let's talk about the GT. Starting from your GD, how many practice of GD did you do here? 6 to 7 practices.
Yes, sir.
How many people were here teaching you GTO?
2 people.
Huh? 3 GTOs were teaching you here, right? And everybody gave you some special inputs.
Yes,
sir. So did you understand the concept of the GD? कि सिर्फ जाके बोलना है. Concept.
Yes, sir.
Now you think you can generate points on the spot
Yes, sir.
in the GD.
Yes, sir.
But there is no syllabus of GD. How many GDs will you prepare and go? So how do you get points still? Because you don't know what will come. So how will you handle that situation?
So we can attach it to our practical life only.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Right.
If we don't have an idea, Wait for a minute. They are discussing. We can get also the idea from that.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And the GTO also gives you some hints. Yes, or no? In the initial briefing.
Yes,
right? So, even if you really don't know much about that topic, you have the confidence that you'll still be able to speak.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
You'll still be able to speak. GPE, जो तुमने पहले सुना था, military planning. Even for ACC, is there any military planning?
No, sir.
No. So what is this huge amount of planning that you have to do, or it is kind of, if you've been moving around in your own college and school, you've been doing things, it is management of what you did in your own match, you did in your own day-to-day life, or is something very, very strange?
No, sir.
No, sir.
How many practices of GP did you do?
5
to 6. 6 to 7?
Yes, sir.
What are the key factors in the GP? You exactly know how to calculate it?
Yes,
What are the other key factors?
So prioritizing.
Practical knowledge, yes? What else?
Prioritizing.
Yeah. Resources, understanding of the resources. Now, tell me now that you've done 6 to 7 practices here. I mean, was there a vast difference from one to the other?
No, sir.
Or they were somewhere there?
Yes, sir.
Right, somewhere there. So, Nandu, you went to SSB.
Yes, sir.
This GP that was given to you there and what has been given to you here, were they almost on the same lines?
Yes, sir.
They were on the same lines. So, what you perform there in SSB to now when you go there, what difference do you find in yourself? How you handle the GP then and how you go to handle the GP?
So, one is time management. I was more easy. Now I could calculate the time and where the time should be given importance easily. And also, sir, the other thing is that applying more practical knowledge rather than thinking that it might be there. So that is a major difference that I see.
So, is there one answer of a GP?
No, sir.
There are many practical answers.
Yes.
Do they expect an answer from you?
No, sir.
So, do they expect that no, it should be perfect answer, baki chal jayega? No. So, what is more important, the answer or the GD में जो आप reasoning देते हो? The logic that you present. That is more important. It has to be your plan.
No, sir. It should be a common
It has to be a group plan. Yeah? Should you fall in love with your plan?
No, sir.
So you can adjust if your plan is not so good or if there is some changes required, you know how to adjust it. So with this 6-7 practices of GP that you've done, and when you go there, will you be able to go on to the crunch issues?
Yes, sir.
What are the crunch issues? And in the GD, what are the things that you should be actually concentrating on? Do you have that idea?
Yes,
So
sir.
in the GD, what should you be concentrating? 2 आदमी थे, 3 आदमी थे, is that more important? 24 साल का था, 25 साल का, is that more important? So what is important?
Time,
Distance, and practical execution.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In everything or in some things?
Something.
Right. So in practical execution, right? So you feel that you will be able to handle your GP very well.
Yes.
Right. So now you've done how many? 4 sessions or 5 sessions of outdoors, right? Dwarka mein, yahan par, HGT separately, you've done command task today. Right, with so many sessions of the outdoors that you've done, including your GOR, you did the snake race also, you did the individual obstacles also. Now with all that you have now when you go to your PGT, HGT or whatever outdoor tasks that you have, up to your command task, what do you feel about that? Will you be able to handle yourself? Will you be able to generate ideas, or you will be totally forced? Why?
So go back more confidence because we already did it many
We are
times.
able to think more intellectually as we have seen some of the ideas how to build, how to achieve the goal, how to come across the next objective and other things. We are
Yes.
able to more think intellectually and more practical ways to build the platform.
So you have some system in your mind as to how to deal with any outdoor task?
Yes, sir.
There is some system in the mind,
Yes,
right? And what is the key factor in any outdoor task? What is the most important thing?
Sir, observation.
Observation, right? And from your practical experience, most of the time क्या हो रहा था?
You were not observing.
Observation was lacking,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And the moment you observe,
Answers
things started falling in place.
Yes, sir.
So the answer will suddenly happen, or it has to come in your mind first?
It has to come in my mind.
It has to come in your mind first. And whenever it came to your mind, then you were able to execute.
Yes, sir.
Will you get an answer straight shot? देखते ही answer आएगा क्या?
No,
Then what do you do when you're not getting the answer? You freeze. Right. So now any outdoors task starting from PGT to FGT or whatever you got, you have that confidence that you will be able to gainfully logically contribute in the group?
Yes,
sir.
Right? Will you get all the answers?
No,
sir.
When you don't get the answer,
Right.
you become part of it, right? So, but you think you can be involved in the any outdoor task at all the time.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
you did your individual obstacles also.
Yes, sir.
You need to be Mr. Rambo to do them.
No, sir.
Or it is more on technique.
More on technique, sir.
You were taught the technique here.
Yes, sir.
And GOR must have been fun snake race.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Huh? So you did the snake race here. You get that confidence now. Okay, kar lenge.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right? What is important in the snake race? मैं पहलवान. Group teamwork.
Yes, sir.
Right? And when you are when you are doing it, and can you do a little bit of planning on the spot also? Okay, there may be somebody who's weak, there's somebody who's heavy, and can it be worked out or not?
Yes, sir.
Right? It can be worked out. So it is more of a team effort. Is it really so Herculean कि हो ही नहीं सकता? Is it really tough?
No, sir.
Right? So out in the outdoor, isn't it the most fun part?
Yes, sir.
And it's a good competition, right? So what about your lecturers? You think now when you get a topic, will you be really scared? You'll be shaking, or you have some confidence? Right. So before you landed us here in Cavalier, what idea did you have about lecturers, and what do you feel now about your lecturers? Yeah. Anyway.
So lecturate was something we thought of very hard because integrating ideas in just 3 minutes we thought it to be very hard, but it's not because the topic of the lecturate are something that should be that are always in our knowledge. We just have to arrange how we will speak.
So that arrangement is missing, that management of the topic, and how do you kind of format it in some way or the other,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Now, deciding the topic out of the 4, how do you decide which topic to go with?
More
So that topic is more in our
Yeah, more of your background knowledge and what you
Yes.
have, right? So in those 3 minutes you get to prepare. Can you really acquire knowledge?
No,
What do you need to do? Right. So were you here given some methods of organizing yourself in a day?
Yes,
sir.
Right. So you feel that you have the wherewithal with you, where you can actually, when you go there, you'll be able to organize your lecture in a presentable manner.
Yes, sir.
Right. You have to just throw information, or you have to be the approach has to be logical. Is facts and figures the most important thing?
No, sir.
Not really, right? Not really. Now you feel when you get a lecture that, I mean, you can stand in front of the people more confidently.
Yes, sir.
Was that the case before you landed up here?
No, sir.
How many of you had ever done any kind of public speaking? Right. But all those who had not done public speaking, now you feel you can stand in front of people and talk,
Yes, sir.
right?
sir.
Sensibly. Now those 3 minutes will look like 3 centuries, or you will be able to handle in those 3 minutes very comfortably. You'll be able to do it, right? So it is say something which has got a lot of substance in it, or something which is more logical.
More
logical. That's more important,
Yes.
right? Okay. So now interviews.
Yes.
So how were you prepared for the interview? Yeah, from the time you landed up starting on the PIQ form. Yeah. How much time was taken with you to tell you what PIQ form is all about? That lecture, how long was it?
Sir, you mentioned about how to fill PIQ form, and
Yeah,
you told us
But what,
to
was it given to you?
make 100 questions out of it and
Yes.
expect.
Right. So were you also told about OLQ and what other
Yes.
techniques?
Yes,
that you-
Yes, yes.
Right. So who took your lecture on OLQ and all that? General Secretary took that, right? So what things made clear to you?
Yes,
so,
sir.
so before you actually landed up for your first interview, were you really prepared for it, or you were just ushered in? Huh? You were prepared for it. You knew how, right? So that first experience that you had with General Secretary, how was it when you took the first interview? What kind of an experience did you have?
Sir,
That probably was not up to the mark.
mark, sir.
So then did he guide you what to do about it?
Yes, sir.
Right? And by the time you landed up after 1 week for the second interview, what was the difference?
Sir, it was good.
Huh?
It was good,
So
sir.
we were good in communication.
Second transformation
I was
happened.
able to give good
Right?
answers.
So in that just 1 week time, from just an average interview, you took your interview to a different level.
Yes, sir.
Right? And now you feel that now that you faced two very senior officers here, one brigadier, one lieutenant general. And will you still be scared of the rank there when you go?
No, sir.
You'll be overawed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Will you be overawed? डरते होगे?
No, sir.
Right? But then will you take it casually?
No, sir.
Right? Can any candidate answer every question?
No, sir.
So, I mean, like, if you don't know the answer, you have to kind of start telling lies or start fibbing or making stories, or you should be upfront about it.
That shows honesty.
Be honesty,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, so honesty is an important part.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Right? So, what have you learned? That interview, what are they trying to see? Your speaking skill, the amount of knowledge that you. What are they actually looking? I mean, when you face the interview,
What over our past.
so they are basically looking at you.
Yes,
They are trying to find out about you.
So confidence, communication skills we have.
How you answer?
Right. So, is it really a very scary stuff?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
जैसे YouTube पे बोलते हैं पता नहीं क्या होगा कैसे हो 10 questions that you should be prepared of 5 questions that they suddenly throw at you वो आता है ना
Yes, sir.
YouTube पे लिखा होता है
Rapid
the
fire.
most tricky questions ever in life how to answer them you think all that is required
No, sir.
right if you're true to yourself I mean what do you mean by a tricky question what is a tricky question no but that is not tricky out of knowledge means तुम्हें पता नहीं है but tricky question क्या है जिसमें आपको फंसाने की बात होगी yes or no कोई ऐसा लगा कि फंसा रहे हैं तुम्हारे को
No, sir.
when will the question become tricky for you when you start
Lying. Yes, sir.
yes or no
Yes, sir.
right so all that YouTube wala 5 tricky questions how to answer them do you have a girlfriend or not girlfriend है ना ना भी हो तो भी बोलेंगे वो तो नहीं बताएंगे बता देंगे तो पता नहीं क्या सोचेगा all that is there or you should just be truthful about it
Just be truthful.
so now what is a tricky question again I come back to you what is a tricky question
Nothing.
10 strange questions that they can ask you huh what is that right? It is just gimmicks
Yes.
right so if you know about yourself and if you are truthful that's it
Yes, sir.
right and you have done little analysis and you need to prepare for it क्योंकि ऐसे जाके घुस जाओ but prepare तो करना पड़ेगा what right before every exam we ask ourselves what is going to be asked should you not be prepared on it कि भाई क्या पूछ सकता है मेरे से
Focus on quality of answers you are giving.
tell me I mean besides current affairs current affairs को छोड़ दो उसके अलावा which was the question which was suddenly out of the blue which shook you which was like an earthquake for you
No, sir.
nothing really
Yes, sir.
right nothing really so that means you don't have to be scared about it but you have to prepare about it
Yes, sir.
हॉबीज इंटरेस्ट नहीं होगी तो पक्का फेल कर देंगे हाँ और नहीं ना भी हो तो भी चलेगा ना भी हो तो भी चलेगा
Yes, sir.
तो should I keep lying about my hobby and interest
No, sir.
just because I touch something बोलूँगा पक्का मेरी हॉबी है सर सुन लो and I'll keep fibbing about it keep telling lies right so is it necessity कि तुम्हारा extra curricular भी होना चाहिए ये भी होना चाहिए सब is it a requirement no but if you have why not right did you at any stage find that you're एक झूठ बोल बोल के चल जाएगा
No, sir.
was there a requirement to tell it
No, sir.
no there was no requirement so right so that means all this so called tricky questions difficult questions are only for those people
Who lie?
who will lie who will not be true to themselves right? Otherwise it's okay yes current affairs now can you go and tell there sir sorry sir I am not prepared for my current affairs this is my weakness I can't handle it you think it will be right for you to do that
No, sir.
right now haven't you been able to build up your current affairs here
Yes, sir.
right and if you have time you can build up even more
Yes, sir.
right so the 2 interviews that you had here they were eye openers for you
Yes,
right and they have genuinely give you the confidence that when I go there I will not be mortally scared yes when you went for the interview when that waiting period was there for half an hour or so before the interview now you think you get those kind of goosebumps now also
No, sir. At my time when I got the SSB, I was strangely called for the interview after my GT itself.
but a lot of your friends must have been made to wait
Yes.
so what do they say कि उस समय आधे घंटे में क्या
They
होता है
said that they were having, I don't know what to do, what are the questions that they usually in a contact, like what the question, how.
so even before they entered the room they were half dead
Yes.
yes
Yes.
so now what do you think in that half an hour in case you have to wait
So keep
I mean
calm.
will you be
So keep calm, deep breaths.
keep calm right there is no nothing like कोई अंदर बकरा कटने नहीं जा रहा है
One thing
yes
also,
or no they're not there to kill you
So if any friend have gone through the interview before you, do not ask anything. Do
yes
not because you
because that will confuse you
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
right And even if he tells you, okay, मेरे से ये पूछा था,
Alright.
I mean, like, can you have the same answer as he gave?
No.
Does it suit you? What answer is good for you is good for the other guy also.
No, sir.
It is not good, right? So yes, so that is how you work, right? So let's say 2 weeks you've been here, right? What kind of a growth that you see in yourself in just these 2 weeks,
Sir, I became more serious about my interview.
right?
First
Right. So you saw a tremendous growth in your own way of working, in your own personality.
Yes, sir.
Last time, any time in your life, when did you see such a transformation in yourself in just 2 weeks?
Sir, never.
Never?
Yes, sir.
Right? Never? So did anybody do a magic with you? Or you did it?
Sir,
You did it, right? So haven't you been able to discover yourself?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
You just discovered yourself.
Yes, sir.
That you have so much of mental and physical strength which you never used.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There is so much of logic in you which you never used. So was it a self-realization or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you grew because of your presence here, because of the guidance, and basically you did it, nobody else did it for you.
Yes, sir.
Right? So that means your potential which is there in you has just come out. Right? So now, time for lethargy, that was sitting back and doing nothing, or pushing yourself a little.
Sir, pushing yourself.
And this, if 2 weeks can do so much of transformation in you, then if you apply yourself for some more time, where can you reach? Right? Where can you reach? You understood?
Yes,
There is
sir.
so much that you can do. Right? So that is the kind of confidence which we are looking at.
Yes, sir.
Right? So there is, now when you go back home, you think your parents, your siblings and your friends will be telling you, कुछ तो बदली हुआ है.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
पक्का?
Yes, sir. पक्का,
ये ज़्यादा बदमाश हो गया आगे.
No, sir.
क्या हो गया?
बदल गया है.
बदल गया. क्या बदला है?
Thinking.
Yeah, thinking.
Approach.
बदली है. और
Logical.
what about your body language?
Sir, behavior भी बदला है.
हाँ? बदला है?
Yes, sir.
बदला है. What about your sense of dressing up? What is the sense of presenting yourself? What all that has undergone some change?
Sir,
Yes.
one thing I lost.
More disciplined.
More disciplined, yes.
सर जिंदगी को लेकर ना हमारी सोच बदल चुकी है.
Yes, sir.
इम्पोर्टेंटली बिकॉज फर्स्टली हम बहुत अपने आपको सर पास में ले जा रहे थे कि क्या हुआ क्या नहीं हुआ. सर डू सर ने सर क्लास नहीं सर बट फोकस ऑन प्रेजेंट
Correct.
and focus on your goals. Nothing is important in your life. If your career will be, all the things will come across you.
Sir, one more thing, sir. We have learned purposefulness. जैसे कुछ भी करना है उसका पर्पस होना
उसका कोई
चाहिए.
purpose होना
So if you are
चाहिए.
going out of your home, something that will be purposeful, not that you are going.
So इससे अपने ऊपर faith बढ़ गया नहीं बढ़ गया?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
और अगर अपने पे if you have increased your faith in yourself and you got that confidence, there is only one person who can make you stop passing the SSB and that is you.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yourself.
Yes,
So will you be your enemy?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No.
No way,
No,
sir.
sir.
अभी कल से जाके सो जाओ ठंडा बस्ता लगा दो.
No,
Okay.
sir.
No, sir.
Right. So now it is you just the start point.
So work,
Right.
work.
Right. You got to do it better. And all of you, you think all of you can go to IMA, OTA,
Sir, I will.
Sir, yes, I will.
Yes, sir.
You will definitely.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ACC जाएगा नहीं जाएगा? हाँ? When your company commander meets you, will he be able to tell you कि कुछ फर्क हुआ है कि नहीं? Yes,
Definitely, sir.
definitely. Right. So God bless you guys.
Thank
Thank you, sir.
Do well, and none of us has got diabetes.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes.
So
We are doing this.
nitty news. And of course, Nandu has done us proud. He's passed his FCAT also and CDS also. And you've also passed
Sir,
FCAT.
I have 7 SSBs upcoming.
7 FSB.
Yes, sir.
पहली में ही plan है pass होने का.
पहले में से plan है सर. आप अगले साल में फिर
Yes, who else has passed अभी CDS? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
you also passed your CDS and FCAT both. So we are all proud of you. This is time to celebrate. Let's continue with the celebration and come back. Yes,
Start on
Yes, sir.
Right. So God bless you. Have a great time.
Thank you, sir.